Hi you guys, so this Friday I am having an online event. Okay, it is the 3rd annual InnerChild event, and yeah, it's gonna be cool to be there in a space with you guys where we can like really navigate our inner child issues so that we can get back to our purpose. That's like the whole point of the event, because a lot of us, we are the strong friends in our community, in our environments, in our families. We are the people breaking all the generational curses, doing most of the shadow work, not just even for ourselves, but like sometimes for other, like for ourselves, just so we could deal with other people who don't want to do shadow work, who don't want to go to therapy. We are the people who go to therapy or do personal research, look in the mirror, you know, start nurse, all us as ladies, you know. So I want you guys to be there because this is the 3rd one, and it's intimate, it's raw, it's real, it's not anything that's like sugarcoating. So I want you guys to come in there, cry, you know, hang out, like not feel like you have to just keep everything bottled inside, okay, and just dwell on the past, dwell on what happened. Like a lot of you guys have major purposes that you're meant to fulfill here on earth, but in order for you to do that, if you're allowing like your surroundings or your upbringing or whatever in that nature, like, you know, just where you've been, you could bring that into your future, and we want to avoid that because it's the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? We want to be doing more preventative care. So this is what this class is about, you know, kind of just getting the opportunity. It is from 2 to 5 p.m. this Friday, 3/31/23. Okay, that's what I meant to say earlier, because I tried to record this a few times, but it's an intimate event that we can just, you know, kind of be there for each other and share each other's space and say, you know what, okay, I see you got this going on, I see you got this going on, but this is where I'm personally at, or these are the things I've been noticing. Hey, can we talk about it? Hey, have you seen similarities? Hey, how do we navigate this collectively? You know what I'm saying? Because at some point we outgrow our home, we outgrow our family, we outgrow who we once were. So it's Aries season, and I feel like that's why I love doing it around Aries Pisces season, because it gives you that fresh breath of fresh air, like you're a new person now. So the InnerChild event, if you feel like you can kind of building your, wherever you're at, like they say, like don't build your new home with old bricks from your old home. Like don't build your new life with, you know, based on the blocks of like your old life and stuff. This is opportunity to kind of like create your own tower card moment, but in a healthy way. So it's not even tower card at this point, it's more like Moony, High Priestess, star card vibe. Like you think it's going to be a tower, you think the class is a tower card, you think it's a death card, you think it's a judgment card, but it's really like, even if it was those things, it's like we're towering bullshit, we're towering it so that that doesn't come more into our life. We're putting a death, we're calling judgment on the things that we don't want to see anymore. We're, you know, spraying the repellent basically out into the world and saying, like, instead of red flagging and canceling each other, you know what I'm saying, let's get to the nitty gritty and talk about how did we even get here, you know what I'm saying, and not be like that, or not do that, not show up like that, not behave in that way, not, you know what I'm saying, and be real too, because this is also community. So everybody who comes to this event, okay, it's online, it's on Google Meet, the tickets are only $10. You guys will get the opportunity to see people grow. It's an annual event, so it's not like you gotta feel like, oh, I'm gonna trauma bond. You trauma bond if you want to trauma bond. We're not trauma bonding, but maybe in the past years we trauma bonded because I was unaware. But we're gonna grow, you know, slowly but surely with each other, and not do that, and like see each other as beautiful flowers and be like, you know what, this is where you got some weeds, this is where you got some parasites, this is where you may have some snakes in your garden, and we're gonna take these things out of each other and help each other grow, okay? And not disrespect each other's process in that manner, as however that happens over the year. And then when the next year comes, we can come back and be like, oh, check accountability, you have been healing. Oh, accountability part. Oh, now we could talk about flights and let's do this and let's go here and let's build businesses. And okay, because we have done our shadow work, we have cleared those blockages, we have been really working on ourselves. But we still realize that at a certain point, just like groups and having a support system, for some of you guys this may help with your love life. Like, you got to realize there's only but so much healing you can do by yourself. You actually heal the most in a connection, in a relationship, in a spiritual connection. Okay, so you can manifest that a little bit better when you work on the inside. And you know, they say as within, so without. So yeah, without this hair, I'm gonna get this hair together, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a Leo moment. Y'all know how we feel about our hair. I'm thinking about my hair. Okay, my hair is not getting in the way of the purpose of the mission, but we're gonna help each other. Okay, maybe some of y'all is hairstylists, so y'all might got something you going through. I got something, like we all got something we can offer. So I don't want to lose the point, but basically the inner child class is this Friday. It's like a fun hanging out, accountability ish, whatever. Let's just not trauma dump on each other, but let's talk about it. It's a tea time for the collective, okay, around shit we all probably been going through, just in different ways. Okay, because sometimes depending on your karmic disposition and mine, I could be going through the same thing that you're going through, but in a completely inverted way. Or it may look or appear as I'm going through the same thing, but this is where, you know, these classes can help with us not projecting on each other throughout our spiritual journeys and our process, because my journey and your journey may be different. You may have been called on this earth to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. I might be a damn artist, tarot reader, filmmaker. It doesn't matter whatever you came here to be or whatever you feel truly gifted at. All that matters is, are you going to do the work internally to make that manifest, so you can leave that for your kids, and they don't got to deal with your shit. And they could be like, oh, mom, you went and did that. Dad, you're amazing. I want to be like you. How did you get there? And without even having to say how, these things that you've healed, you heal yourself, you heal forward and back all the generations. Okay, so they'll innately have these things, and you can automatically become that true generational curse breaker in your family and shut shit down from even being able to come. All right, so in this age of Aquarius, so many things can be prevented, and it's a cool opportunity if you do have kids to bring your kids into your healing process, your healing spiritual journey, because a lot of you guys have very intuitive children. Okay, but I remember when I was a kid, you know, maybe my parents or my family, different people saw me in the family, you know what I'm saying, saw me struggling with connecting and being super intuitive, calling things out, and maybe didn't know how to deal with it, or maybe even shunned it a little bit, and I was abandoned and certain things happened. But we all have our own different stories, and this allows us to stop that as well, because if we keep perpetuating that onto our future children, it's like we're in the age of Aquarius. Any kid that's coming up after us, especially my generation, this Pluto and Sag generation, we gotta know, we gotta be some bad motherfuckers, but to be that, we have to take accountability. We have to be that generation that's like, you know what, okay, we can be the authority of our life. We don't gotta listen to our elders, because a lot of their teachings don't apply as much or work as much for us anymore. But there's still some principles we could take, and that we need to make sure that we instill in the kids that's coming up. But we can't change anything until we first change ourselves. And instead of checking each other and calling each other out, we can like have this class in this moment to intimately connect and call ourselves out and say, this is what I'm working on. Okay, this is my fucking issues, and real shit, I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not okay, and I would like some help, you know, getting through this season, this phase of my life, even if it's just this conversation, this moment, this inner child class, and boom, that's all I needed. Whew, now I know I'm not alone out here. So when you see me and I see you online or in real life, we can really feel each other and not feel alone in this big ass world. Whereas like so-called 8 million people, but we be acting like we don't see each other. We can actually see each other. So I see you there.